Visit stand Q26 to discover how ExxonMobil supports a more circular economy for plastics and helps society address the plastic waste challenge by giving end-of-life plastic another life as valuable new products through advanced recycling and enabling our customers to accomplish more while using less plastic through our high-performance polymers.
Good morning, everybody. We are probably the last thing you're going to see before lunch, so still thank you for holding on. I have a pleasure today to talk to you and my colleagues about how we can unlock the power of collaboration and innovation in order to advance plastic circularity. And we find this topic very critical because no one alone can achieve what we are trying to do. No single company, no single technology, and single path can actually help to address plastic waste issue. So what we want to do today is to take you through some of the examples that ExxonMobil has developed with our partners. Of course, we have only 30 minutes, but you're also welcome to join us in our booth where we can talk in details. But we picked up some of those that we are very proud of, and some of our partners are here, so thank you for collaborating and supporting us here. And we are ready to do more. We are ready to take the next challenge, whatever challenge you have. Please come and talk to us. And as I said, nobody can do it alone, so I wouldn't be able to do this presentation alone. So I brought two of my colleagues, Delphine, who is our market developer lead for industrial packaging, and Peter, who is the expert in mechanical recycled incorporation, supporting Exact and Vistamax at ExxonMobil. So these are two experts, and I am the advanced recycling lead. So if you have any questions after presentation, just pop up in our booth.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Before we jump into the presentation, I would quickly like to introduce ExxonMobil to you. ExxonMobil is one of the largest integrated energy and chemical companies with a strong heritage in material science and processing technology and large-scale manufacturing. Through our chemical business, we are a global supplier of polymers and specialty products that are in daily applications. For example, rigid and flexible packaging, also in automotive, in consumer goods, in agricultural and industrial uses. Everyone knows plastics play a critical role in everyday life. And on the one hand, they're enabling resource efficiency, product protection, food safety, and can lower emissions across some of the value chains. At the same time, the challenge of plastic waste requires system-level solutions that go beyond any single technology or stakeholder. ExxonMobil views plastic circularity as a shared responsibility and an opportunity to combine innovation, partnership, expertise, and scale. So I would quickly like to show everyone in which fields ExxonMobil is currently providing solutions, and then I'm going to move on to, let's say, maybe some future solutions. So we develop high-performance polymers that enable down-gauging, material efficiency, and designing for recyclability that help customers use less plastic. At the same time, we try to turn trash into value, either through mechanical recycling, where we are working together with converters and recyclers for the incorporation of PCR alongside with virgin booster molecules. But we also are working with aggregators and recyclers to bring plastic waste into our integrated facilities to use them as feedstock through our Extend technology for advanced recycling. Okay. So solutions that we are developing or evaluating to develop. So these are bio-based feedstock, for example, used cooking oil. So certified biocircular plastics are virgin quality that are accompanied by a ISCC Plus sustainability declaration. And these feedstocks are under consideration at our facilities. Last but not least, we have our low carbon solution business, which you might have heard of, where we continuously work to decarbonize our facilities.
Okay, so here I'm going to dwell on the Signature Polymers brand promise. You see, collaboration is one element, and actually it is essential, sorry. And as we know, no single solution will close the loop on plastic, really. And EM role, or ExxonMobil, is here to connect technology and scale, and actually large manufacturing expertise. So it's only with feedstock suppliers, recyclers, brand owners, as well as legislators, policymakers, and innovators that together we can actually make some scalable changes on these plastic loop questions. The second point is really innovation. Innovation is playing also a critical role. It unlocks new pathways. We see that at the same time, we understand mechanical recycling is critical and the essential technology for solving recycling questions. However, it cannot handle necessarily all plastic waste types. So this is where you can think about chemical recycling, which can be a solution for a complementary option. And equally is also important expertise. So expertise, ExxonMobil brings some decades of polymer science expertise, as well as process engineering, large-scale manufacturing as well, and all together can help developing some scalable industrial solutions starting from promising ideas. So all together, this collaboration, together with innovation and expertise, we believe these can make some significant progress and bring actually shared ambitions to deliver some existing and future projects. So here we are going to cover with my colleagues some case studies. We actually have 4, and we'll go over some interviews. You will see it goes from rigid to flexible and to other food contact applications. So the first one is for you.
Yes, let's move to the first collaboration about partnership. So, Gosha, maybe you can quickly explain what the aim was about this collaboration between Axia Plastics and Green World Compounding. Yes.
Yeah. So we have selected this example to share with you today because it actually shows the whole value chain collaborating together. In this case study, we have taken the difficult end-use plastic at the end of the life from agricultural applications and industrial films. And the idea was to turn it back into a high-performing films. So, as you said, we brought 3 partners because nobody can control the whole system alone. So we have the Green World Compounding with the Verdant compound, which is the recyclate of polyethylene, polypropylene produced in southern part of Spain. So they've provided their grades. Then we have Axia, who is our branded distributor, who has seen the demand for PCR and sees the value of ExxonMobil products and the fact that they can provide flexibility in and control in dosing. So that was the technical benefit of the grades. And then, of course, ExxonMobil as a raw material supplier with our portfolio we can help further to incorporate recycled content. The story actually is a very successful one. It doesn't stop here. At our technology center in Belgium, in Brussels, we are further working with the Verdant product to incorporate 35% of it into heavy-duty sacks and shrink film. So as you can see, we have here 3 partners, everybody coming from a different perspective, finding this difficult to recycle plastic waste and bringing the new life to it. And you might imagine what kind of challenges agriculture type of waste has.
Okay, thanks, Gosia. And why, for this specific example, why is the partnership so critical for circularity?
So for agriculture applications and films, there are a couple of elements that are really critical for a film to perform. Durability, consistency, and the material design. And actually, through that collaboration, we were quite open. So we've learned in the process. So we had constant discussions to improve. The learning together actually allowed us to go faster. So we were not hiding anything. We openly said where the challenges are, and we brought our experts and partners. And actually, this helped us to optimize the formulation. So in the end, we got the best formulation we could, and also processing control. So by talking, we grow together, and we proved that we can find a new home for difficult to recycle waste, which otherwise probably would be incinerated or landfilled. So it's really bringing a new home together for waste. And as I said, the story doesn't stop here. Our technology colleagues are continuing working on the continuation of that nice story.
Okay. And I mean, this is agricultural and industrial film. So I assume there were some technical challenges in the development. Can you talk about that?
So as I say, it's the processability. So we had to really sit together and look how to address. But that was something that sitting together helped us to solve. And we come up with a good toughness and good holding force for the applications through our Exceed grades that you can see on the slide. I'm not going to give you all the details, technical details on the grades. You can reach out to us in the booth. But you can see that we follow a bit what Peter was explaining at the beginning of the presentation. We really go for recycled content, design for recyclability, and then maintenance of performance. So these are the technical pillars that we can bring through our portfolio.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
Gosia.
you. So moving on to another case study. So this one is focusing on expertise. So when expertise align, here we have a case study talking about foam bricks. So you see here with these partners, Engel, Moxitech, and RMA. So Peter, I'm going to ask you to start off really what was the core challenge in this case study that you wanted to tackle?
Yes, so quickly, I have an example here. This is 95% PCR and 5% Vistamax and a bit of foaming agent. And yes, I think foaming, that brings the challenge. And right, we wanted to really significantly increase the PCR content here in a foam construction product, but also keep the high performance of the product. So in building and construction, as everyone can assume, or any other application which is very demanding, consistency, toughness, and reliability are non-negotiable. And especially when you bring in recycled polypropylene from mixed waste streams, I think I don't have to elaborate more. That brings another variable into the equation. So, and trying to keep the performance at a very high level, that was the main challenge here.
Okay. When you talk about specific expertise, or what do you mean here?
Yes, so let me highlight all the partners and what expertise they brought in, because yeah, this was again something where no one alone could have solved the issue or could have developed a solution. So we have Arema, which brought world-class knowledge in recycling and melt filtration, enabling a very high-quality recycled PP pellet. Moxitec provided the advanced foaming technology, and Engel provided the injection molding expertise, so translating the materials and the foaming capabilities into the thin wall brick. And yes, ExxonMobil, we bring the material and technology expertise. And yes, our product was used to compatibilize all the components and also enhance the toughness of the final product.
Okay. And for the non-expert here, why is foaming with recycled content a challenge?
Yeah, so that's a good question. Foaming brings down the density of a part, and it can weaken it. So recycled polymers, adding that brings another level of complexity versus virgin materials. So when you process all of these materials, you often see losses in impact resistance, poor cell structure, or processing instability. So what we actually could achieve here was, by combining everything and the expertise, we brought down the weight by 30% versus a non-foamed building block. But we also increased the impact performance by plus 17% compared to a 100% RPP foamed brick. So that was very spectacular.
Okay, and if there is one takeaway from this case study and working together, what would it be?
Complex challenges cannot be solved alone in silos. And I mean, here it's not just about making plastics lighter or increasing PCR content. It was about making collaboration smarter.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so continuing with the next case study, we're going to change a little bit on the rhythm and go to a video. It's also a nice story on collaboration that I'm going to start. Okay, so you can see here.
Growing consumer awareness and evolving regulations like the EU's Packaging and Packaging Waste Regulation, or PPWR, are driving brands to adopt packaging that incorporates recycled content. As demand for high-quality post-consumer recycled content, or PCR, rises, the industry is exploring more abundant, lower-quality PCR from household sources. These streams were once seen as too contaminated for high-performance applications like stretch hood films. Today, innovations in materials science and process engineering paired with strong collaboration are redefining what's possible. Together with Der Grüne Punkt, as a trusted PCR supplier, and ExxonMobil, as a trusted supplier of signature polymers, Reifenhäuser developed a 5-layer film structure that incorporates PCR from household sources in high-performance stretch hood films. This innovation is made possible by the twin screw technology on Reifenhäuser's Evo Fusion line, achieving intense shearing, thorough homogenization, and volatile extraction needed to process household-sourced PCR. At the heart of this transformation is ExxonMobil's signature polymers. The combination of these signature polymers with Reifenhäuser Evo Fusion technology provide excellent bubble stability, high holding force, and elastic recovery. Reifenhäuser Evo Fusion technology enables the incorporation of 35% PCR, even of low-quality input from household collection. On the Lochenmeyer hooding line system, this film delivers with proper friction control and tear resistance. It helps maintain load stability during transport and protects palletized goods from damage. The 5-layer film formulation, developed by the partners, processes easily on the Evo Fusion line, and its easy opening in the hooding device guarantees smooth, robust hooding on the Lachenmeyer system, a high-performance solution ready to be implemented. A trustworthy resin formulation and advanced machinery give new applications to lower-grade PCR derived from household sources, a film built to help meet market demands. Recycled content alone isn't enough. Collaborating to achieve high performance with varied recycled content quality is key. Start producing high-performance industrial applications that pay off.
Okay. Coming to this case study, so I'm actually very happy to share with you that it was part of the finalist of the Technology of the Year in the awards. So we'll know the results tomorrow from the vote, right? So that was actually a breakthrough development.
And Delphine, why does this really actually matter, this case study? Because you're in the core of that collaboration, that's your child.
Well, yes. Well, I think it was very interesting to project ourselves in the next years. You see, when now you still have some transparent, high-quality PCR available, but project yourself into 2028 plus or 2030, these high-quality, transparent PCR will not be so abundant, and also the price may be also at a different levels as today. So we anticipated and we say, wow, the challenge would be to create these thin film. I forgot to say, this is actually 90 micron films, and understanding where to put the PCR in this 5-layer structure, understanding where it would go and with which compatibilizer. So there was actually a whole project of using this PCR, using obviously the volatilization element of the twin screw extruder from the Evo Fusion. That's critical. Also working with Constab, which was actually the antioxidant supplier for stretch hood. This is essential to have the right friction level on the film and the right migration of the different elements towards the surface. And their Grünepunkt as well, coming with their cysteine PCR from household source, actually coming from the Germany yellow bags. So together with all these, we actually managed to make this stretch hood, and this is a solution which is ready to be scalable at an industrial level. So to us, it's really like, testing the boundaries of this multi-layer and using signature polymers, specific grade with low density grades, and Vistamax, as you can see, as well as a compatibilizer with PCR.
We do believe it's a great example of what's out there, because that's really taking the challenge to the next step.
Yes, so let's go to our last case study. So we've heard about agricultural film, we've had the foam brick, we've seen stretch hood. I think everyone's big topic is flexible packaging, right, PPWR. So we also have a case study on that. And maybe Gosha, just give a bit of background on all of this.
So I'm very proud of this little pouch. I carry it every day with me. You know that flexible packaging is playing a critical role in everyday life of all of us. Probably at home somewhere you have a flexible packaging. It's delivering products to us, it's protecting products, it's helping for the food packaging, household products, you name it. It's lighter, it's provides a lot of added value. The challenge of flexible packaging is that a lot of the structures today on the market are multi-layer structures, which are not designed for recyclability, and in some cases, they can also benefit from down-gauging. You could say that they're over-designed. So here, the challenge was really, first of all, move on into a monostructure. So we have a monopolyethylene pouch, which can be used for chocolates, for example. And we've managed to also down-gauge the pouch by 10%. So that was the first challenge that we took on with our partners. And actually, the partners are here important, and we have selected this case study because it really shows you the whole value chain coming together. So we have ExxonMobil signature polymers, and I'm going to add a little bit later on our circular certified inclusion in that case study. But we also have a Croco, which is specialized in high-quality film design and extrusion. We have SIT, which is the packaging converting, including lamination and printing, using WNH machinery. And actually, together, we managed to design a package which is recyclable, or ready to be recycled under the PPWR future, and it's commercially viable. So, sorry. And then, of course, on top of it, we know that PPWR is coming. So what we wanted to do is to see if we could replace some of the materials with the circular certified. And actually what we've did in this case study, we incorporated circular certified and certified biocircular materials in the pouch. So basically 70% of the pouch is made of this mass balance attributed circular certified polymers. And we are in this way supporting a use of waste as a new raw materials. And we are proposing an alternative to fossil-based feedstock. So the most important things, design for recyclability, the high packaging integrity. I'm not going to jump into details of what our grades can do. We can have this discussion. You can also take a sample in our booth. We have the ICC Plus circular certified, including biocircular from used cooking oil. And then the down gauging opportunity, which basically made this little pouch my favorite one. So. And that's how we want to drive the momentum, finding the way for plastic waste, diverting from landfill and incineration. And actually, the story doesn't stop here. So if you go to the next slide, we started our advanced recycling journey in 2022. We built our units not for perfection at the beginning. They are in Baytown, Texas. We wanted to learn. We wanted also to use our existing infrastructure. So we did not believe that there is a sense of building something new from scratch. We are a petrochemical company. We do have infrastructure, and we can benefit from it. So in 2022, our first unit went up. In 2025, we came up with the second one, which was an improved version of number one. What you see on the photos are the silos. So that's actually where the plastic waste goes in. We improved, the silo is a little bit bigger, and actually, as you can see, once you get the momentum keeps on going. We have now the third one, which is fully operational. So as I speak, we have 3 units which are taking the plastic waste in US, producing circular certified mass balance attributed polymers, which we are supplying globally. So today, we supply our products not only in America, but also in Europe and Asia Pacific. So that's where we don't stop here. That's the momentum, and pouch like this and collaborations like this and the willingness to go ahead of the regulatory timelines is actually which gives us the wind in our back. And we have the willingness to drive the circularity for plastics, or advancing plastic circularity. So we are very proud of our 3 units, fully running, and each of them getting better. So that's a bit the momentum that we want to keep.
Thank you. And I think I will close on that and remind about partnership, innovation, and expertise, which are really driving our brand ExxonMobil signature polymers. You've seen what the capabilities. Again, I repeat, we're here to continue collaborations. You can come and visit us. We are on the balcony, actually, right above this room, and on the Q26 booth. So you're welcome to come and have a coffee and discuss. We are here until tomorrow. And, well, just to close, maybe you can send us some good vibes for the winning award for tomorrow. We'll see.
Okay.
Thank you.
Visit stand Q26 to discover how ExxonMobil supports a more circular economy for plastics and helps society address the plastic waste challenge by giving end-of-life plastic another life as valuable new products through advanced recycling and enabling our customers to accomplish more while using less plastic through our high-performance polymers.